and welcome back to all of my subscribers, and welcome if this is the first time you're joining me. My name is Odessa. I'm the Mystic Intuitive Healer. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master, spiritual coach, and an intuitive tarot card reader. And through the work I'm doing here on YouTube, as well as Instagram, TikTok, and my own website, odessamall.com, I deliver messages to you that will help you to awaken, heal, align, and grow. So I've got a juicy topic for you guys today. I'm really excited about this one. I'm going to be looking into who is lusting after you and why. You know that I like to get into the shade and dig up all of the dirt. My guides are so ready for this. So let's get into it. I've got 3 piles for you guys to select from. Pile number 1 is partnered with this butterfly. Butterflies are a symbol of transformation. This particular butterfly is a combination of white, red, and black. So white is talking about getting messages, guidance, psychic abilities. Then the red is talking about passion and lust, but the black is talking about secrets. So pile number 2 is partnered with this heart-shaped box. Hearts are a symbol universally of love, but the secrecy of the box might be significant for you. Then pile number 3 is partnered with this ranunculus peony candle. So the peony has a really kind of shady history. I was looking it up, and it's linked with intrigue and drama and even murder, which I was not expecting. And then the pink color is connected with lust and loveliness, and the candle, of course, the fiery passion. So I will let you guys have a second to pick your pile. I'm going to give you a close-up of the cards and the items in just a moment, and I will see you in a second. Hi, pile number 1, welcome back. So you picked the butterfly. And before we get into the cards, I want to let you know I'm running a contest this month. If you haven't already entered, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, and you can comment on this video, and then on the first of the month, I'll announce the winner on my community tab. So these cards are going to let me know who is lusting after you. Then I'm going to pull more cards to find out exactly why. So let's find out who this is. So first card is the Moon. Then you have the Page of Wands, J.K. Rowling, and Takashi Murakami. Okay, so the energy I get is that somebody is lusting after you in secret. The Moon is talking about secrets and things being hidden or yet to be revealed. And then J.K. Rowling also wrote books about sort of the hidden realms, right? Like the Muggles had no idea what was going on. So another reference to secrets. And then the Page of Wands, this particular figure, has their back to us so we can't see their face. Secrets. So this person is lusting after you, and it is a secret. Most likely they are watching you on social media. They're keeping tabs on you. Maybe they're asking your friends or family about you and doing it in sort of a covert way. So it's seems normal, but really they are trying to check up on you. So you may or may not know about this. It's possible that it's an ex. Without a doubt, there's always that possibility, because the Moon can also be talking about the shadow. Typically, the shadow is created by, drama and trauma from the past. And this person could potentially be somebody that you met when you were younger, because the Page is a younger energy. J.K. Rowling's books typically are written for children or young adults. So it's possible that it's someone you knew when you were younger. But it could be someone who possibly you know right now, and they aren't completely out of your life, but the energy that they bring forward is reminiscent of chapters that you've closed already in your life. That's coming forward. I mean, chapters because of the books, and there's just this energy of walking away from these cards, and the butterfly is a symbol of transformation. So you've transformed yourself, you've grown, and I feel like you are clear on what you want, right? Because if I think about the coloration, like I just let my intuition guide me to say whatever I say about the items at the beginning when you're selecting your pile. But I mentioned that this butterfly's colors are white, black, and red, symbolizing intuition, passion, and drive or lust, as well as secrets. And that's literally what's coming out in these cards. Because it seems like you've transformed, like the butterfly, because you dealt with whatever was holding you back in the past. You released it. You figured out you're a god, you're a goddess. You don't need this anymore. You know how talented you are, because I really feel some strong talent coming forward, whether that's actually like a creative skill, or whether that is something like business skills, or you are making the right connections, and like there's something that you're achieving in your life that is like catching your attention. That's what you're focusing on. It could be that you just want to like feel amazing, and you're like, I don't want to be tied down to a person, especially not someone who still is figuring out their stuff. Because with the page, this is definitely someone who is at an early stage of development. Either they're younger than you, or they are emotionally immature, right? They could also be someone who's like starting off their career. Like I get the energy of a lot of false starts. And like the moon and the black on this, both being symbols of the shadows and secrets, you just figured out what you're passionate about, and along with knowing what you're passionate about, you know what you're looking for in a partner. 100%. You're not going to lower your standards for anyone else. And I think that this person knows that. And that's why they're being a little covert about this. Like for some of you, you're aware that this person has a crush on you, and you're just like rolling with it. You're like, just because they have a crush on me doesn't mean I have to act on anything. Like their feelings are not my responsibility. And that's a real mark of your maturity and your growth. Now, the other person that's coming forward that I feel has a crush on you, again, I'm not sure you know this person. Some of you, you may, and some of you, you may not. It's the Takashi card. I feel like this is somebody who's on the same level as you. They're also creative. They're super fun, flamboyant, don't mind standing out in a crowd. They have sort of like their style, their own personal brand on point. They are earning income. They are building a business. My eye is being drawn to license. Like they have their career on point. Like they have like graduated from school, or they got the license that they need to do whatever they want to do. And they definitely have some creative abilities as well, because this particular person is all about like fashion, branding, artistic style, like representation, all of that. So they're on the same growth journey as you. And I feel like this person maybe either saw your social media and like the page, they're watching you, but like not in a stalker way. Like they're a fan, they're an appreciator of what you're doing. Maybe you have your own social media and they're following your accounts, right? But it could be that, they saw you just randomly. I mean, to them it's random. To you, maybe you have a deeper understanding that the universe presented you, right? They're starting to get you ready to meet. So maybe you have a mutual friend and you guys are out, you're doing something fun. Your friend posts photos of whatever it was you were doing on social media, and their friend sees those photos and you catch their eye. Now, they don't know who you are, they've never met you, but this has been sort of like a light introduction, and you will meet them. Like, I definitely get the energy that this is one to watch, that this is somebody that, you know, you would be quite happy that this person was lusting after you. So there we've got kind of like a groundwork laid for like who is watching you. Let's find out some info about you and why they're lusting after you. So I'd like to get a card that represents pile number 1, please. Who is pile number 1? Specifically, what makes them, whoa. Okay, so, oh my God, pile number 1. I love you guys so much. Okay, so you got, first off, you got Métis, goddess of wisdom. You're really smart. You are really smart, and you've been working towards this level of development. This is card number 36. Reduces down to the number 9. Number 9 is getting close to the end of a cycle. So there's something that you've been working towards. Maybe you're about to graduate from school. Maybe you're about to get a promotion. Maybe you're about to, you know, publish a book or launch some, you know, project that you've been meaning to do. But there is something that you're about to do that's really going to show the world exactly how wise, how brilliant, how accomplished, how smart you actually are. Now, the reason I got so excited is you got Lilith. Oh my God, you guys are empowered. You have your, you know, you are sexually empowered. Lilith, for those of you who aren't familiar with her story, she is, in some traditions, considered the first wife of Adam. She was made from the same earth as him. They were equals. And right from day one, Adam was causing problems. All she wanted was to be on top in the bedroom, and he was having none of it. Like, God, talk about like sexual frustration. Real, like, prude. Adam needed to loosen up. And Lilith got so frustrated, I'm sure in more than just the bedroom, that she decided to leave the Garden of Eden and just wander into the wild. And she is a symbol of sexual freedom. She is also connected with empowerment, feminine empowerment, because she is directly linked to the shadow energy. If you know where your Black Moon Lilith is in your astrology chart, it will point you to where your problem area will be in your life. It's basically, you know, the source of pain that you're going to overcome, but ultimately it can be your greatest strength. Lilith is very strong, and she comes from a lot of different traditions. Like, I was just telling you her story based on how it's recorded in the Old Testament, right? That's how the Jewish faith defines her. But she's also known as a Mesopotamian goddess, and she's also been linked with angels, right? So after she left Adam, she was, you know, basically connecting with angels in a very intimate, very, very intense way. So this is definitely talking about you liberated yourself. You know what you like in all areas. You are fiery and passionate in the bedroom, for sure. You will definitely tell your partner what you want. You carry yourself with sensuality. Like, it like pours out of every pore. So that's why you're catching people's eye. Like, Lilith is like connected to like siren energy. So you probably have had a lot of admirers and people interested in you probably from a really young age, which was probably really uncomfortable. But now that you're grown, you can really harness that and use that strength to your advantage, because you can use your sexual appeal as a way of sort of disarming people and allowing opportunities to flow effortlessly towards you. You know, there lots of people, especially if you're a woman, will try and make you feel shame for using your natural abilities and strengths to your advantage. And there is no shame in using your charisma. And if you're a beautiful person and, you know, people are opening up doorways to you and giving you opportunities just because they want to sleep with you, that's not on you, that's on them. You know, you don't need to feel bad because they make bad decisions based on like their lust. That's there on them, right? So use what you have to your advantage. You obviously are, you know, you have this siren's call, you know, like just this passion and power. And it's your beauty and brains, right? With wisdom and independence. And I think that you, at this point in time, either you are single and you like it that way, or you are coupled with someone where there is still a strong sense of independence, where you can stand on your own. You're not having to dull your light to help someone else feel better about themselves. And that makes people want you even more. You know, this is card number 30, reducing down to 3. Like, this is people that are even in relationships, I think, are lusting after you, because the 3s can be talking about collaboration and it can be talking about third-party situations. So like I was saying before, people are drawn to you. They want to be near you. They want to work with you. They'll give you opportunities, but they may be in relationships and they have ulterior motives, but you're brilliant. You're smart. You know what's up. You can spot this kind of attention from a mile away, and you're not gonna like fall for the schemes. Maybe you would have in the past, right? But you transformed, right? You listen to your intuition now. Okay, so why are people lusting over pile number 1? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay, you got the appreciation card and it has the moon on it again. Oh my God. You've got the moon, Mercury, the sun, and then you also have Venus. So, love goddess, the shining light. You are like a star. You have strong intuition, 100%, with Mercury and the moon coming out twice. Like, you're a natural born star, even if you're not physically in the spotlight, right? It's like people watch you. You walk into a room and you grab attention. You might have had problems with exes in the past where they wanted to sort of dull your light, right? Like they got jealous of you. Like, why were you talking to that person? Or just making offhand comments like, oh yeah, well, they're only being nice to you because they want to sleep with you. Well, that might be true, but you don't have to be a dick about it. Like, you know, like, really, it's because they're insecure. But this person, look at this shining light behind them. They are not intimidated by you. They feel the same way. You know, you've got Mercury here, and then Mercury is on this card, and then the sun, and this is like Hercules on this card wrestling this lion. So you have a lot of strength. You have a lot of power, definitely with Lilith. That's coming forward. This is the endurance card. The appreciation card talking about you being beautiful, stylish, you look expensive. There's, you know, just this energy of opulence around you. And that could be physically, like you are wearing beautiful clothes, or there's an energy around you of excitement and opportunities and things blossoming and growing. That's what I'm getting from that card. Enthusiasm, people are excited to be around you. I think that you are hilarious too. I think that you have a great sense of humor. You might be able to play an instrument. You might have a really beautiful singing voice. Or you are a great actress. There's something creative that you're doing. And you're good at it because you, like I said, you were listening to your intuition. You got the intuition card, and there's all these references to Mercury, who is connected to communication and intuition. So, like, you are able to really express yourself really eloquently, and you're just like super, super creative. And oh my God. And then there's Gabriel. Gabriel is the angel that, the messenger, right? Gabriel is referenced as bringing messages throughout the Bible. And then you got the affair card. And there are fairies and a cherub on this card. So people are lusting after you. You have that like angelic energy, but the fairy energy as well, because I mentioned the angels before. So you have this sort of like purity and like, I mean, pure of heart energy to you. But the fairies have a very like mischievous, whimsical, fun nature about them. So yeah, you know how to have fun. You're very compassionate and just like an all-around beautiful person, right? Like brains and beauty, and you have a great heart, and you're fun to be around, and you're stylish, and I get the energy that you, a lot of people love your curves too. That is strongly coming forward. And honestly, I feel like you have embraced your body, you know, the way it is. I think that in the past, maybe you, there were things about yourself that you didn't like. And now it's like, and I think a lot of you might have curves, but like, you felt like you had curves in the wrong spots, you know, like maybe you have a small chest and you have like full hips and you have a larger booty, and you were like, why can't it be like, you know, more proportionate, like, because, you know, we all get brainwashed into believing that we're all supposed to look a certain way. Like, you know, women are supposed to be like 100 pounds and they're supposed to have big boobs and a tiny waist and a big butt. And then guys are supposed to have huge biceps and a six-pack. And it's like, that's not what people look like, even if they're healthy. And that's not always been the standard. You can look throughout history and you will find people of all shapes and sizes. The medieval period, they liked women that had giant foreheads, right? Like, they would literally shave part of their hair. So like, and you could never imagine anyone doing that now, right? So beauty standards change. What doesn't change is the appeal of confidence, the strength to just stand up and own your own sexuality. That kind of thing stays for good. So let me get a final card here. I'd just like to get some final points on like why they are lusting after you. Why are people lusting after pile number 1? Okay. So the first card that you got is Little Luxuries, generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. Like I was saying, you have this energy of being expensive, and it's like, it can be on a physical level, but it could be like being around you feels luxurious, you know, like you might, and like you have to like sort of like wrap your mind around what does the sense of luxury feel like. You know, when I think about a luxurious experience that isn't necessarily expensive monetarily, I think about like being able to lie out on a glorious blanket and have like wine and beautiful cheese and like fruit and have amazing conversation with somebody else that's passionate and creative, and you listening to amazing music. that is a luxurious experience. Being around you creates that kind of energy. That's what you are like to these people. And that's truly what like siren energy is. You've got water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. Water is connected to the divine feminine. You are the embodiment of the divine feminine. And it doesn't mean that you are a woman. It doesn't matter how you define yourself, because we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. Sometimes one or more is more dominant, and that can actually change over time, going in and out, just like the tides. The energy of water is that nurturing, caring, creative energy linked with intuition, as well as abundance, growth, and luxury. Like, you are that. I can definitely see why people are lusting after you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This one was amazing. You are very, very special people. Don't forget about the contest. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment on this video. If any of you would like to work with me, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. You can see all of my services there. I do tarot card readings, both recorded and live. Spiritual coaching, which is basically an opportunity for you to sit down with me and talk about anything that you need help with. And I will give you the magical and spiritual perspective, insight, guidance. I do Reiki and crystal healing, and I also do past life readings, so I can go into your Akashic records. So I hope I see you guys in the next reading, and I hope you have a great night. Take care. Hi, pile number 2, welcome back. So you picked the heart-shaped box. And before I get into the cards, I just want to mention I'm running a contest this month. If you haven't already entered, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and comment on this video, and you can win a free mini reading with me. I will announce the winner on my community tab on the 1st of the month. So these cards are going to let me know who is lusting after you. Then I'll find out more when I pull out the rest of my decks, and we can look at why they're lusting after you. So let's find out who it is. So you've got the 7 of Wands, the Fool, the Queen of Coins, Deepak Chopra, Ayn Rand, and Martha Stewart. Oh, wow. Okay, this is juicy. This is really juicy. Okay, so I mean, this could be playing out a couple of different ways, right? There could be more than one person that's interested in you, and it's possible that there are men and women interested in you and lusting after you. You might just have that sort of siren's call where you just have this real sensuality about you that sort of draws people in. I'm getting the energy that this Queen of Coins is a reference to you. And the Queen of Coins is very abundant and sort of Mother Nature like, has, you know, the ability to manifest really, really easily, just like Mother Nature, creation. If you think about, you know, no matter where you are in the world, if you abandon a spot, you know, no matter how developed it's been, nature will start to take over, right? It's that energy of creation and transformation. And I just feel like you have your finger on the pulse and you're able to generate luxuries and opportunities for yourself. And you might come across as very stylish and very beautiful. But the energy I'm getting is that there is also one particular individual that is lusting after you that you are keeping your distance from. So I mean, it could be various people for some of you, but I'll start off with storyline number 1 because that's coming through very strongly. So the 7 of Wands, is talking about standing your ground. And the Fool is talking about somebody who is can be very foolhardy, a young energy, sort of wandering eye kind of energy, where they are sort of like taking risks, but like the energy I get from this particular card, because they're basically walking up behind this giant alligator, is that they are taking risks that are going to bite them in the ass. And that is the energy that I get from this as well, especially how the cards came out. So Deepak Chopra is somebody who is very linked with spirituality and seeing the world in a different way, and being very like about self-improvement and increasing your intuition and knowing who you really are. Whereas Ayn Rand is all about the individual. This is all about putting your own self-interest above everything else. She wrote Atlas Shrugged, and she is known for her philosophies about, you know, very sort of narcissistic energy here. You know, she loves capitalism, and it's all about the individual and nothing about the collective. So these two energies are in contrast. Now, what links them here is Martha Stewart, because Martha Stewart created this empire. She created this community, brought people together, brought people you know, into her home, and taught about cooking and you know, crafting and interior design. Yet she went to jail because of her own self-interest, because she was charged with insider trading because she had a background in stocks and trading, and she used her knowledge to her advantage and to help her friends, and she got caught for it. So there could be somebody that's in your past that presented themselves one way, presented themselves as someone who was thinking about other people's interests, you know, like kind of knight in shining armor, you know, sort of a romantic. This is coming across as like Knight of Cups kind of energy. But secretly, they were all about themselves. And there was this bait and switch, right? Like, you had one idea of Martha Stewart, and then your opinion just totally shifted. And now you're trying to protect yourself against this person. This feels like X who has narcissistic tendencies, and you don't want them back in your life at all. Now, for some of you, you don't have a narcissistic ex, and these are more than one person. You've got people that are really, really like self-interested, and they're all about ego, and they love you because you're so glamorous and luxurious, and you are, you know, making things happen in your life, and, you know, like you are just eye candy to them, and they would really like to have you on their arm. And then there are those that are sort of in between, where like they're not awful people, they're not, you know, perfect saints either. There are just in the middle, right? Like they're kind of working through things, but not entirely at the same level as you, because there's this energy of spirituality with you, and then there's another person, at least, that is much more spiritual and on the same level as you. And you are protecting yourself from the people that are still clueless, and you're sort of focused on your own thing. Now, this person that's being represented by Deepak Chopra, I mean, he is very, very well off. He's been very, very successful, but also thinking about the collective, and he's super intelligent, well-traveled, hanging around with very influential people. So this might be sort of a gift from the universe, like someone who's going to be coming into your life that you literally have no idea of, you know, like The energy that I get is that you know many of these people through your social circle. It could be the people that you met through family as well, but it's like you are sort of like, I keep hearing queen bee, so you are well respected within your group. Like you are at the center of everything. Like you have a lot of friends. People have a very high opinion of you, and you meet a lot of people, but you know that these people, you know, these two are not right for you, and so you're standing your ground, but they're still lusting after you, you know, like regardless of whether you like them or not, they still have their eye on you. But what I think is going to catch you off guard is the Deepak Chopra, because I don't think that you're even aware necessarily that the universe has this surprise up their sleeve for you, which is so exciting. I get the energy from you that, I mean, if you're single, then you're not interested in dating at all and you're working on your own thing. If you are in a relationship, this might actually be describing the person that you're already with, or it could be describing a major transformation that's going to take place with your spouse, right? Because you did pick the heart-shaped box, and I was talking about it being a reference to love and it being a reference to secrets, right? But what I didn't talk about is the fact that inside this box is a whole bunch of coins. That there's abundance, there's opportunities, secret, you know, luxuries that are coming to you guys. So this could be talking, like I said, about a secret person that the universe has in store for you. Or it could be a major abundant opportunity and transformation that takes place within your relationship or within your existing partner, that they all of a sudden have their own sort of like energy shift or realization, and they become abundant like you, because you're being described here as the queen of coins. So this could be a reference to them all of a sudden becoming your counterpart, either the queen or the king of coins, to match you, right? Like, wow, that is wild. I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna get a couple more cards to describe you, right? Let's find out who you are. Who is pile number 2? Who is pile number 2? Oh, that's too many. All right. They're like, take them. Take them. My guides are like yelling at me. Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay. So, Ariadne, time, the goddess of time. Then Aphrodite, romantic love, like Venus. Like you're the goddess of love. Ma'at, which is truth. So Ma'at is a reference to the scales of justice. So you're extremely fair person, very just. You have time on your side. You also got Persephone in experience. So the Ariadne, or Ariadne is how you pronounce it, is possibly talking about you looking very youthful too, like time being on your side. Persephone is sort of a reference to the maiden. She is the goddess of spring. She comes up a lot actually in my readings. She is married to Hades. She spends half of the year in the underworld and the other half of the year on the surface of the earth, bringing spring and summer. So you have this rebirth energy around you. You probably look younger than you actually are. You are very intelligent. You're very fair-minded. And I think that you have a lot of love to give, and you are thinking about more than just yourself, right? Aphrodite and Ma'at definitely have a reference to that. And then with time, you are willing to wait for the right person. You have youth on your side. I mean, even if physically, you're not young, you feel young, and you're not worrying about it. You're on your journey. You are, you may have been in long-term relationships, possibly even married in the past, and now you're like, I'm free, I'm happy, I don't need anyone else to complete me. I'm just going to keep going towards the things that fill me up, make me feel happy, and what will be, we'll see what happens. Okay, so what makes people lust after pile number 2? All right, let's see. Okay, you got generosity. So you're a very generous person. I think that you truly, because you manifest a lot, because you, miracles happen around you, because you have a good attitude and you believe, you have faith, you're very generous. You're not hanging on to material wealth either. You know that the happiness that you have in your life is coming from more than just the possessions that you have. It's about the heart connections. It's about being truthful and being your authentic, honest self. My aunt can also be talking about that. Being, who you really are, and not unapologetically. And so when good things come to you, you're willing to share them. And people find that very alluring, very intoxicating. You don't hesitate to treat your friends to lunch or to bring them a special gift for no reason at all. And you've got concentration. You're smart. And you have a way with words. I think you're very poetic. Even if you could actually be creatively. You're a poet, a writer. You're doing something like that. But it also could be that you just have a way with your words that you sort of seduce people and you bring them towards you and you create opportunities because you know the right things to say. And it's not in a manipulative way. You're not doing it to pull a fast one on anyone. Some people might have actually misinterpreted your kindness for manipulation. You did get the manipulation card, but I have a different interpretation of that than basically what you think of when you hear the word manipulation. I don't see this as sinister at all. I do think that people in the past might have interpreted your actions as an attempt for you to manipulate or to coerce someone into doing something. That's their own shadow energy. That's this Ayn Rand energy coming forward. You are just a naturally friendly person, and some people misinterpret friendliness as flirting, and it has nothing to do with, that's their own thing. If every time someone is nice to them, they think that secretly they want to have sex with them, then maybe they need to go and talk to someone about that, because that's kind of dysfunctional. What I see with this manipulation card is actually that it's about mind manipulation, the ability to manifest, for you to be able to sort of align, because there's all of these stars lining up with the third eye chakra. And the number 8 is talking about infinity and having rebirth. So I think that you're able to set your mind on a goal, and through the power of your own thoughts, you make stuff happen. And because of that, you are willing to share, and you're optimistic, and you're generous. Oh my God, you got the birth card. Exactly. You birth new things into your life and into other people's lives. I also get the energy that people are lusting after you because it's miracles start to happen around them too. It's you're a good luck charm. And you do have this sort of dualistic nature, right? Because the scales, the scales can, go to the left or the right. This card has a sun and a moon on it. There's the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark. There's sort of a little bit of a dangerousness about you, you know, thinking once again back to this alligator or the crocodile on this card. Being around you feels a little bit dangerous, and I think it's partially because you take risks about things. You put yourself on the line. I think you're going to stand up for people too. I think you have a really strong sense of justice, and you will hold your ground, right? Like the Seven of Wands. But you also speak up for others that maybe can't speak up for themselves, and that is really sexy. That power and that deep love. And like I was saying, opportunities and miracles start happening around other people. And it's just, you have that lucky energy. It's like you have Jupiter in your pocket. It's just like the light is shining on you. Good luck, opportunity, harvest. Like you got the organization card, and there are these sheaves of wheat. That's the harvest coming in. You might be really great at organizing people, coming together, having great parties, having dinners, having, you know, great birthdays. You might do a lot for people, like to organize events and things for them. You might be really active in your community. And all of that energy that you exude is so sexy, you know, like you're just so in control and empowered, and there's electricity around you. And you got the Enterprise card. So you're very enterprising, forward thinking. There's all kinds of different ideas that you have that others do not have. It's like Persephone, that youthful energy of spring, like things just popping up around you. And this has a palm with like a whole bunch of like symbols on the palm, which is a reference to palm reading. And I was talking about the third eye here, like you have sort of a sixth sense about things, like you get downloads, maybe you just know about things and opportunities before they happen, right? Like Martha Stewart, right? She was, you know, what she was doing was insider trading, but I mean, it was still like knowing information that you needed to know to bring in an abundant opportunity. And in your case, you're not doing it illegally. You're doing it by tapping into your intuition. You're listening and you're trusting. And when other people tap into that same energy, maybe you give them great advice and they listen to you and it works out in their favor. They get the job, they get the promotion, they buy that lottery ticket and they win $300. That is sexy. Right? Like there's just winning energy around you, and people are just like lusting after you. And it's not just because you're beautiful. I really do think that you are beautiful physically, and you like take care of yourself, but it's like your energy is beautiful. It is it's like Las Vegas, you know, like it's exciting and bubbly and risk-taking, a little bit dangerous, but also a little bit innocent and naive. There's like, you've got that perfect balance. I love this. Okay, so I'm going to get a couple final cards. Let's find out what makes people lust after you. Okay, so first, let's start here. You got self-confidence, strong belief, and a sense of worth, right? Yes, you totally know who you are. You have strong self-confidence, and you don't compromise that. You're not just interested in dating anyone. You want the right person. And it's not like you're mean to anyone. Like I said, you're nice to everyone, and they like kind of misinterpret that as flirting. And like, I think a lot of people think that you want to sleep with them, and in reality, you know, their narcissism is getting in the way and they're delusional. You don't want to sleep with them at all. You're just a nice person. They are the one that is like obsessed with you. And you got Tree of Life, true wisdom and making good choices in life, right? Wisdom. You had that energy of intelligence and truth And the tree of life is talking about you being able to plant your roots and really stay grounded, as well as being in tune with your intuition and having a balance of energies as well. So that is amazing. I can definitely see why people are lusting after you. Hopefully you were able to put the pieces together and sort of like suss out who these people are that I was describing. Don't forget about the contest. If you'd like to participate, subscribe to the channel and comment on this video. I would love to know how this plays out in your life. If you feel like sharing, I love chatting with you guys in the comments. And if anyone would like to work with me, all you have to do is go to my website. You can check out my services there. I do tarot card readings, live and recorded. I do spiritual coaching, where basically we can either dive into tarot, or we can talk about literally anything that you need advice with, and I will give you spiritual and magical guidance and advice. And I also do Reiki and crystal healing, and I can look into your past lives, go into the Akashic records. So it was a pleasure. I loved reading for you guys, and I hope I see you in the next reading. Take care. Hi, pile number 3, welcome back. So you picked the peony or the ranunculus candle. And before we get into your cards, I just want to mention I'm running a contest this month. You can win a free mini reading with me. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and comment on this video. And then on the first of the month, I will announce the winner. So these cards are going to let me know who is lusting after you. Then I'll get into my other decks and find out why. So let's see who it is. So first you got Justice in reverse. Interesting. Then the 3 of Coins, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Janet Yellen, and J. Paul Getty. Okay. All right. So this is really interesting. So there are definitely more than one person that is lusting after you. The 3 of Coins on its own is talking about collaborations, third-party situations. This is groups of people. So there is definitely more than one person that is lusting after you. I get the energy that you are not interested in any of these options because you got Justice in reverse. So this is feeling like, yeah, sure, I've got a lot of interest. A lot of people think I'm hot, but none of them are like quality, you know, like none of them are people that like I would consider dating. And I mean, maybe you're already in a relationship and that's why you're like not interested. Justice in reverse, like you don't even want the attention. Or, like I said, you're just not interested at all. Like, there is strong energy of a person, at least one person, that is very interested in you physically, and they also primarily focus on their appearance. With Arnold Schwarzenegger, this might be someone who, like, works out a lot, is, like, into the facade, right? Because with this Hollywood sign behind him, like that really makes me feel of people that are selling themselves. They have a, you know, focus on personal brand, and maybe you're being that authentic kind of F-boy energy, like they're like in for a good time, not a long time. They would be happy to like go out, go on some dates, go to a club, drink a lot, and have like a wild night together, but they are not looking for anything deeper than that. But I do get the energy that they say that they are, right? Like this is they're going to try and charm you, but you know that there's no substance behind it. Then with Janet Yellen, I get the energy that this is somebody who possibly is just like too conservative for you, that they possibly have different politics to you, or, you know, they might have everything on paper. It's all like checking the right boxes, like they have a good job and they've got a good education and they're smart, but it's like they're just a little too uptight is the energy I'm getting. That it's like everything is business and there's not enough passion, and you want to like them, but it's just not there, you know? And then with J. Paul Getty, I get the energy that this person is possibly someone that you're the most interested in, that they are creative, but it's almost like this person is kind of focused on their own thing. Now, I do get the energy that this person has possibly the, kind of like there's the best energy around this person. Like there's the possibility that there could be some sort of transformation with this person. They might surprise you. They might grow or blossom to a certain degree, because I'm thinking about what I was saying before about this particular flower, that the peony is connected to all of this lust and intrigue and drama. And oh my God, actually the story of the peony is connected to Hercules. This is insane, because I don't look at these cards, right? Like Schwarzenegger referencing Hercules. Then I was talking about how this can be connected to intrigue and like a lot of drama, and like then I think of politics and all of the drama that's going on there. And then it's also connected to love, and then flowers are a symbol of growth. So there is the possibility that something is going to develop with this person. Obviously, we're going to get more cards to find out. Like, J. Paul Getty is connected to art collecting, and he is a billionaire. And so also the energy of like starting your own business and really being sort of focused on your own abundance. So that's where I'm getting the energy that these people are either not interested in you for the right reasons, or they're really boring, or they're not focused enough on you and building a relationship. You just think that there's a possibility that you would end up being sort of a third wheel. So let me get some cards that give me some idea of who you are, and you know, what your lusty energy is. So who is pile number 3? Whoa, a lot of cards just came out, but I really feel like I need to bring them out. Okay, Bridget, creative spark. So you are the energy of creation, the energy of the spring. This Bridget is also connected to fairies. So there's a playfulness about you, free-spirited, wildflower kind of energy. So that also might be why this person is like a little too uptight, a little too boring. Then, you know, this J. Paul Getty could potentially be a little too, like, they're running in a different circle than you. Like maybe you're creative, free-spirited, you like to hang out with artists, musicians, you like to be able to go to a dive bar or a, you know, grubby diner. You don't want to have to always be, you know, trying to impress people. And this person might be too into, you know, crafting an image, and just, you're not entirely there. You're looking for somebody who you can really devote yourself to. You got Parvati. You want to have a relationship with somebody where, you know, it's a true like meeting of the souls. It's like lifelong love. And the energy that you give off is of that. Like, you give off wifey vibes is what I'm getting. But there is, wow, oh my God. So this actually might be what people's impression of you is, that you're wifey vibes and that you are somebody who would really be devoted, or they want you to be sort of like their sidekick. You know, they want you to be the political wife that is going to stand by silently supporting their partner. And you aren't that at all. You're the main character. You're like total main character vibes. You got the Morgan, so the goddess of death and magic. Then you got Kali, the goddess of liberation. And then Isis, what now? What? Like rebirth. Like, she is the premier Egyptian goddess. Like, this is, you know, main character vibes. Like, you are not going to be somebody's sidekick. You are strong. You're sexually liberated. You know who you are. I mean, Kali is so about sexual liberation, experimentation, being totally free in your expression of self. So is Isis in so many different ways. And you're a little bit dangerous. You like to try things that maybe people are thinking are a little taboo, that are a little bit out there. And you don't want to be with somebody who's uptight or too conservative. You want to be with someone that is as wild and free as you are. You want somebody also that keeps you on your toes. Yes, you do have the energy of somebody who is going to be devoted, but not subservient. And that's where, you know, you differ from this energy that they're placing on you. You know, you're not going to be subservient to anyone. You, if anything, like, you're the star. You're the star. But it's just that I think that sometimes you might be going through sort of a transformation yourself where you're blossoming and you're opening up petal by petal to somebody, and they initially see you as sweet and creative, and it isn't until they get to know you that they realize that you're a bad bee and you're not going to stand, you know, you're not going to shrink yourself for anyone. You know, you're not going to dim your light or step down or for anyone else to feel important. And that's why when you keep meeting these people, although you have a lot of interest, because I think you're gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I think that you're very creative in the way that you express yourself and the way that you move. You might be a dancer. You might be very musical. I definitely get the energy that you express yourself creatively in some way. And maybe like even in your looks, you like to like, you have interesting hair, interesting accessories, or you just have like either whimsical or possibly witchy vibe, something that really draws people's attention to you. There is something about the eyes too. People probably compliment you a lot on your eyes. Like you just sort of draw them in like you're casting a spell, because Isis is connected to strong magic as well. Absolutely. And like Kali is literally like a truth speaker and a demon slayer. She, like, I think that when you are, when somebody tries to push you into a box, you will fight your way out of it. No holds barred. You know, you are sweet until you have to be sassy, and then you go there. And I love that. I absolutely love that, and I definitely relate. So let's get some more cards and find out a little bit more about why people are lusting after you. My guides just keep saying to me, great style, great style. And for each of you, it's going to be very different. You know, like some of you might be wearing headscarves, some sort of like traditional clothing. Some of you might have sort of a fairy type energy to you. Maybe it's like so boho chic or something like that. And like I said before, maybe some of you have a witchier vibe, but there is something that is uniquely you, and you're known for it, you know, and it draws people in. It might even be like you have such a unique style that people literally come up to you all the time and compliment you on it, or want to ask you about your style, like where you got things like that. So why are people lusting after pile number 3? Ooh. Okay, let's see what you got here. Oh my God. You got influence, and this has Adam and Eve and the serpent on it. You are a little bit dangerous. Like I said, very, very in tune with your sexual nature. I think for some of you, you prefer to be naked more than being clothed. And you are just a very sexual person, and you are not ashamed of that at all. And like I said, you like to experiment, and people find that exciting. Yes, you got harmony, and there's a naked person on this card as well. I definitely think that you feel happy in your body. You're happy in your body. You express yourself through your physicality, right? You probably are very touchy-feely with people. At least with the people you're dating, you're very affectionate. And you, like, truly are, you know, completely at home, being naked. Like, you probably spend, like, when you get home, you sort of like take a lot of your clothes off, and you just like are one with nature is the energy I'm getting. And you got resistance, and this particular card is very interesting because I see you as this beautiful bird of paradise. There's a parrot here, and I think you've dated people that were kind of stubborn. You might have had a Taurus in your romantic life, but the energy, they don't have to be Taurus, but the energy I get from this particular card is that they were very stubborn about things. Like maybe you wanted to experiment in the bedroom, and they were like, no. They only wanted to do missionary or something. Like they were very just rigid about things. And you're like, no, I need to be free. You can't like cage me. I am creative. And if you're going to try and cage me, I'm going to leave. You strongly have the energy of luck, the energy of power and strength, the energy of strong intuition, really being in tune with your feminine nature, and fame and illumination, because you have the sun twice, you have Mercury twice, you have Mars, and you have Venus, and you have Jupiter. So you have that strong masculine Mars energy, and you have strong feminine sensuality. This one is romance. This one is egotism. You have a healthy sense of self. You don't mind being in the spotlight and being seen. And that's really powerful because it helps you to be seen as a leader and creative and a free thinker. and it draws people to you, and they want to be actually in partnership with you. Like they want you to be their spouse, which is what I was getting with the Parvati. Number two. That's all about partnership, right? But I do feel like you've had a lot of problems with like either narcissists being interested in you or other people thinking you were too egoic, which you're totally not. You're just emancipated. You're just strong. And if you're a woman, I can see why you're having issues, because misogyny is constantly trying to take away the power from the divine feminine in all its forms, whether you are identifying as a woman or not. They try and take away the power of the divine feminine in those that identify as women and those that identify as men. It doesn't matter. It's like they just hate women, and it's like you're only allowed to be subservient, and like that is not natural. That is not natural. Like there is power and strength to both energies, and you know that, and you're just like, nope, I know I'm prized. Acquisition. You know that you are worthy of having the best because you give the best. And you have this strong intuition because you're able to not only know what works for you, like possibly like style-wise, what works for you, what looks good on you and all of that, but also what a partner needs to feel secure and feel valued. You anticipate people's needs. And I think in the past, maybe you gave so much that you were totally burnt out. And that's where like all this narcissism comes in, and you're like, nope, I'm done now. I'm going to start pouring all that energy into myself. And you've been enterprising and working towards, you know, your goals and objectives. Maybe working on perfecting your own skills, building your own talents, right? And although you would like to be partnered with someone, right now that's not your primary objective. So let's see, what else do people lust about? Pile number 3. Okay, let's see what these cards are. You got spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. And this literally has the triangle, well, it's the Star of David, but it's like the alchemical symbols for fire and water, divine masculine and divine feminine, which is what I was just talking about. You're in balance. Now you know who you are. You've overcome all of the things that were kind of like obstacles to you in the past. Now Spirit's going to start guiding you towards the right person. And it could be this J. Paul Getty person, right? I mean, it's not literally J. Paul Getty, but who this card represents, that they're going to be starting to have their head turned towards romance and a solid foundation. Because ultimately, I do feel that this person has the qualities that you're looking for. You just don't think that they are someone that's serious. And I think that that might change. That definitely feels like what that's indicating. Dragonfly, you bring light to the world. You definitely do. You absolutely do. You have this creative energy, and you've got the sun, and this card also has the sun on it. Bridget, illumination. Isis has this strong illumination around her. Like, you are inspiring to other people, and I think you spark desire in them. Like they just, like, it's like you open up their sacral chakra just by being around you. You know, they get more creative ideas, and they just feel more sensual and sexual, and they rightly direct that energy towards you because you are the source of it. It's just a matter of you know, finding someone that you feel that same way about. Then you got Labyrinth, transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, enlightenment. So you are transitioning. You are growing, right? And you are going to be in a totally different reality soon, it looks like, where new opportunities are going to be opening up to you, like I was saying. to find a quality person that is worthy of your attention, that's going to be creative, that's going to be free-spirited, that is sensual and appealing too. Like, I find that the energy that's coming forward is that you found people that maybe you have a meeting of the minds, but like you don't find them attractive. And it's like, maybe people in the past have said that your standards are too high. No, they're not. No, you can't like force yourself to have an intimate relationship with someone just because they're a nice person or they're interesting. Like, no, that's what the category of friendship is for. So have faith. Spirit has your back. Things are definitely going to work out in your favor. And, you know, just keep shining your light and being the sexy person that you are. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Don't forget about the contest. Subscribe to the channel and comment on this video. I would love to know how this relates to your life. I love talking with you guys in the comments. If anyone would like to work with me one-on-one, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my services are listed there. I do spiritual coaching where I can literally help you with any area of your life. I use tarot and channeling and my own knowledge on the spiritual and metaphysical to assist you. I do tarot card readings, recorded and live. I do Reiki and crystal healing, and I can do channeling sessions to go into the Akashic records and check out your past lives for you. So if you're interested, definitely go over there. You can send me an email. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I look forward to reading for you again in the next reading. Take care.